What did you think of the 2014 Baltimore riots? How did that make you feel? Well, actually, at that point in time, I wasn't really in a good place, but I was at school preparing for finals and on campus, and it was literally like right down the street from where well, maybe not right down the street, but it was really close. I mean, my school is close to the city, so I was kind of half tempted to go down there, and I wanted to like see what was going on. And then when all of the things were happening the days following with the protests and stuff and the marches, I wanted to go down there, not so much because I wanted to, sadly, because I wanted to like be involved or make a difference, but because I just wanted to do something and it was exciting. I think it's like kind of when the earthquake happened or when something big happens in your city and you're not expecting it. You kind of it's like, oh my goodness, is this real? Like you want to go see if it's real and see, like, not just on the TV but see what's going on, like right in front of you. And I'm kind of like that adventure seeking kind of person, impulsive, so I almost did go down there to walk around and see what was going on, but my friend stopped me. Um, it made me feel, after initially being like, oh my gosh, what's going on? This is like, what is this real? How could something like this happen in our city? It was kind of reflecting on it later. It was really sad to, I mean, a lot of, what am I trying to say? It felt kind of like you could feel the tension in the city, and even like now and moving like past forward from that period, you could feel like the tension in the city, and what was going on was something that had been boiling kind of for a while. And it was cool to see people come together and to see a lot of faith leaders come together and step out and stand up and try to bring the community together to prevent more from happening. But it really made me feel kind of like sad because a lot of the people involved were young and were children, even, or young, like teenagers, like people, or people my age and younger. And it was like, to think that it makes you wonder kind of what the education system looks like, the family system, and then it's not like it's what are we doing for our people, basically? What are we doing? What is the government doing? What is being done and provided? What resources are available? How are we helping people and families? Because I think when the family is broken apart and when the mom and dad are working 15 million jobs to try to keep their families going, or when if the dad's not present, or maybe the mom's not present, or maybe they're one of them or both are struggling with addiction. And in Baltimore, that's a very common thing and something I see very often where I work, and people who have lost everything because of those factors. And it's like the kids suffer, and they don't have that family dynamic. They don't have that authority, that someone encouraging and teaching them and being that mentor, and so it's like it really shed light on that generation and what the lack of care and just pouring into. Like it made me think that we need to do better at helping each other and making sure that families are intact and that children are being taught and cared for in a way that would allow them to make better decisions and would allow them to, rather than destroy the community, give back to the community somehow. But in order for that to happen, it's like if you're in a place where all you've known is brokenness and destruction and pain and hurt and violence, and there's not really you're not really in a place where you feel like you want to give back. Like, why would you want to give back to someone and something that hasn't done anything for you? So I think that's, I don't know, I just went on a rant, but looking back and lately, even just thinking about it now, like that's what comes to mind. And I hope